Greetings, listeners, and welcome to episode 2 of Dwarven Fiasco, brought to you by the Wednesday Night Crew. What do you think is going to happen this time? We've had some players in and out on the last episode, and this one as well. So Andrew has been trying to find creative ways to split the party and do his best to maintain continuity. But we do hope you enjoy. We will be playing this for a few more weeks, and then we will be back at Windshire.
Welcome once again to the Wednesday Night Crew. I am Andrew. I am DMing today. We have a short list of people this week due to vacations and other anomalies. Joining us is Bill, Chad, and Chris.
Got it right.
I did get it right this time. I wrote it down.
I'll take it.
Bill, not Marks. Bill, not Marks. Last week, the group had been charged by the Chamberlain of the Sound to clear out the temple and get it ready for the conclave, which is coming up. Nobody had been there, well, except for adventuring parties trying to clear out whatever infestation is causing everything to go awry. Turns out it's undead. Who would have thought? So last time, I believe, let me bring the entranceway up, the public areas.
And who would have thought there'd be so many of them?
Yeah, right.
Hopefully there's just a few less tonight, or else we're going to get spanked.
Indeed.
As a one-shot, who cares?
Right? Oh, yeah. I got three others ready to rock.
Yeah, I don't expect that. I don't expect that Andrew's going to scale this down just because there's 3 of us, so
Right.
we need to be prepared for that.
No, I made several mistakes last time, and I'm going to make several more, but they won't be the same ones.
He inadvertently scaled down last week. He won't make that same mistake twice.
Right.
Right.
Oh, here's the, speaking of making mistakes. So last week you came up the mountain, you went in the entryway, you saw various pillars that had lights that were corrupted. Some were complete darkness, others were different colors. Not all the pillars had runes on them. You took a brief stop at the treasury, the gift exchange, let's call it, and encountered your first set of defenders. Then you decided, well, the map says the temple's over this way. Let's just cut to the chase. And you went to the temple, found the holy book, which Dwarven removed from its book stand there on, whatever you call that, on the altar. And another set of, this time you saw the dwarves emerge from a pillar with identical glyphs on their heads as the pillar markings. You easily defeated them and decided to, at the end of the evening, to just check out 11, the bunk area, just as a place to call it quits. And that's where we are. You left the temple area. Dwarven, you have the book. Where did you put it?
I would imagine I would have like a satchel that I would put it into.
Excellent. Let's get down to more business. Everyone roll a 1d6.
A backpack. I got a 6.
I got a 1.
You got a rock.
Maybe in this case, the lower number is better,
It might be good. You don't know.
It might be good.
I forgot to grab my die.
but probably not.
Okay.
And that's fine. Everything's fine.
3 for Strick. Oh, yeah. Strick.
Okay. Rosemary, you feel a sense of foreboding that not just any, nervous shakes that you got over long ago. You can roll an insight.
I think I will. See if that goes any better for me. 15.
Right now, it's just foreboding.
Okay.
Bookkeeping number 2, to account for the missing party members. You had been searching the bunk area. Let me give you a description since you left the temple and went to the bunk area. There are 4 rows of bunks carved out of the native stone. They're stacked 10 high. It's like a gigantic Navy stateroom where each one, if you've ever been on a ship and you saw the berths that you have to squeeze into. There are about 400 beds if you do the multiplication.
How many? 400?
Yeah, this is
Wow.
Farah had flown up, so you don't have to climb all the rungs, and notice that the upper bunks generally are not used. You speculated that perhaps this was just for overflow if the if the mountain were under siege, there would be space for all the people. The bottom 2 rows are generally used. It's about, say, 70% are occupied by inert skeletons and like nasty, dusty sheets with the corpse juices soaked throughout.
That sounds gross.
It does sound gross. You may search them if you wish, but the first one you looked at just like had nothing or just junk. Pile of fingernail clippings. A wooden hairbrush. That sort of thing. But from those 2 pillars closest to the bunk room, outspill more dwarves. They kind of drive a wedge between you and Walter and Farah. 6 of them driving them off into a direction you don't know. You'll have to find them later, leaving 6 to accost the 3 of you. So
There was 12 of them?
Yeah, there's 6 in each pillar.
Oh my gosh. All
My
right.
other group.
I'm sure they'll take care of them off screen, and
Come save us when you beat those.
All right, so I guess we're gonna get right into initiative.
All right. At least that's a roll.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's better than last week. I think I succeeded 1 roll all night.
Ooh. I got a 21. Or I'm sorry, I'm 19. I got a 19. My -1.
I got a
I've rolled
6.
2 rolls tonight, and I've rolled my 2 dragons. I rolled a 6 dragon, and I rolled a 20 dragon. So,
Well,
I am
congratulations.
also a 19, but that is with a 0 dex, so
can only go
I'll
down.
hang out.
it can only go downhill from here.
That's right. So keep those dice. You probably want them. Were they a gift, or were you impulse buy?
Oh, I impulse bought them.
All right. Let's see if I can handle this one better. I am just getting everybody in initiative order, if you were wondering. Last time I did everything on a spreadsheet. I had too many windows open. This time I'm doing everything on paper, and I'll take the best of both next time, if that's where we end up.
Assuming there is a next time.
Assuming that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Guess we just need to live, guys.
We got this.
Okay, so it is Torven, Strick, then everybody else, then Rosemary. They're approaching from your 6 are coming from this pillar. No, let's say the other 6 came from this pillar and drove your compatriots off. So you are confronted with 6 clustered around this one. Everyone see that?
Not seeing a screen being shared.
Yeah. I think you missed the share. Because right after that, I never saw anything.
Okay. Can I do it?
If he enabled it, yes.
Okay, we're doing entirely theater of the mind.
Cool.
Okay, you're in a this bunk room is 40 by 80, rectangular. The map in typical Dwarven fashion has north to the left and east is up. So the northwestern corner had 6 dwarves pour out and drive Farah and Walter away. The southwestern corner is where your assailants are. You can be interspersed anywhere amongst, you can even hide if you're a rogue, amongst the bunks. They are cut out of stone, so it's not like they're furniture that you can hide behind, but they're tall stacks of, like library stacks, let's say. So you can hide in between the rows. There are 4 rows, which gives you, 3 aisles in the middle. Anyone?
So yeah, I mean, if we're in initiative, I know what I'm doing, but like, because this is engaged, right? They're spilling out. They've seen us or not yet?
Yeah, they're aware that you're there and they're coming looking.
Strick says,
Hey, you guys want to back up a bit, and if you want a short rest?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm actually okay. I wasn't one of the ones that got chewed up.
I'm good enough.
We're fine.
You're
Famous
fine.
last words.
So this happened quite quickly after you didn't really have a lot of time to search this room, just a cursory look that Farah gave it, and maybe you searched a couple skeletons, and then out come the dwarves, clamoring. You hear the clamor of arms. You know they're there. Again,
How many of them are there?
you will face 6.
Okay, got it.
This is just a mechanic to split the party.
Yeah. Are we just
without
going
killing anyone?
Are we just going straight into initiative order then right now?
Unless you wanted to do something, but you just heard the a bunch of angry skeleton zombie types emerge. If you're not in that first row, they don't see you yet, but they are going to sweep out in a search pattern. So what do you do?
More souls that need to be put to rest. I will head out and I will face the first onslaughts.
If you'll allow it, as Torvin steps out, I have my hand drum and I play like a very tight, like rhythmic rhythmic beat, and I quickly say, it is with this beat that you will have swift feet. May you be inspired in this battle. And I give him bardic inspiration.
I am inspired. Which aisle are you in? Are you all grouped together? 1, 2, or 3 from starting from the west?
I feel like we would be all together, probably.
Yeah, I think we'd be grouped. And Strick just says, kind of announcing his plan, though he can't do it right yet. He says, I can slow him down a bit. I can cast something out there to make him, well, let's just say the earth tremble again. So use your quickness. I think we can maybe group them up.
Right. They are bunched up. If you're in aisle 1, they can see you and you can see them. If you're in aisle 2 or 3, they have not yet seen you, but they are aware of your presence.
Remind me, Bill, what bardic inspiration is. It's been a minute since.
So that will give you
D6 on an ability check or a saving throw, I thought.
Yo,
right?
you actually get a you actually get a 1d8. So for 10 minutes, you can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. It can be added after seeing the roll.
Okay.
But has to be before knowing the outcome.
For attacks and saves and abilities, anything?
Yep. Ability check, attack roll, saving throw.
That's pretty
All right.
nice.
Yeah, so hold on to that.
Yeah, I will. Pocket that. But my first action, as I do come out, I got my amulet out and I say, word of radiance, the light of the forge burns you. And so the first one in line will have to make a constitution save against 13 as the my cantrip, word of radiance.
Again, which aisle are you in?
Aisle 1, I think we decided.
Okay. Then
Right?
they all see you. They all coming at you.
I come right to them.
The first one you said.
Yep.
Word of Radiance. What does he need to do?
A Constitution saving throw against 13.
All right. He does. Against 13, he gets a 17.
Oh, well, it's a cantrip, so that's all it does.
It's just like
it's like a big it's like magnesium powder, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's just So that's me. That's what I did. I came out blazing without much. I'm just checking. I'm just testing the waters here.
yes, and then Chad would be second, Strick would be second.
So if they're still bunched up, would there be a good amount of them within 15 feet of each other?
Yes.
Okay. He says, well, actually, we could try this. And up from the ground, you just see like a hot bubbling lava just kind of crack up through one of the cracks in the marble tiles, and above that produces a flaming sphere, level 2's flaming sphere. And so it comes up. I don't think it takes an action on its turn, but it any creature that starts its turn will take 2d6 next to it. Will take 2d6 fire damage. So it has basically an aura of 5 feet.
Okay.
So he kind of casts it in the middle, trying to get a good amount of them within that 15, and it occupies a 5-foot space, and I think has some hit points too, but I didn't write that part down.
So I guess next is Dwarf 18.
Oh, and Strick kind of backs up a bit and goes, okay.
Who begins his turn?
I gotta hold this steady.
Dwarf 18 begins his turn. How much damage does he take?
All right. 6 points of fire damage.
All right. He will take his crossbow and shoot at, let's say, Torben. Does a 20 hit? Probably.
It does if I don't want to do. I don't know. I think I'm going to bonus action Shield of Faith myself.
Okay. So it does not hit.
Yes, like a 20 would normally hit, but since I Shield of Faith, it adds whatever it adds to. But I will do that. I will cast Shield of Faith on myself. It's got to give me at least 1 AC, right?
Oh, just 1?
Well, let me look at it. See what it tells me.
You're wearing chain.
A shimmering field appears and surrounds me, giving me +2 armor class.
+2. Okay.
For 10 minutes.
10 whole minutes.
Effectively at a 22 armor class right now.
That's forever in D&D.
That's nice.
It really is. Shield of Faith.
You'll still have that on next week.
Okay. Dwarf number 15. Also, we'll do a crossbow at Strick for a 6. I'm
That'll
assuming
miss.
that doesn't hit. Each will then squeeze around that. I think they get 25 feet of movement. They will squeeze around at speed 30. So they will close a distance to you. They are like 20 feet away. You would say in the middle, or are you at the far end so that they got another? It's an 80-foot long room. Were you in the middle or the far end?
Strick was backing up
Okay.
after he cast the spell. Yeah, he said he stood back.
All right.
But I don't know how far that is. 10, 20 feet, whatever.
I'm pretty sure that your abilities can cover at least 60.
Oh, for the range for the ball. Yeah, I should check that too. Yeah. All right. So we'll say he's just not terribly far then.
So we'll say that you're at least 60 feet back. So it would take them 2 turns to get to you. They're halfway there. Next one is dwarf number 17.
Is he burning?
Yeah. How much does it take again? Is it do you have to roll it for everybody or do they all take it?
However you want to do that. Yeah. They start their turn. So, yeah, first one was 6, second one was 5.
Third one is 5.
You can keep doing that. I'm rolling kind of crappy here. Let me average one more in. And that was a 7. So yeah, average would be 5 then. I have 3 rolls.
Dwarf number 17 also has a crossbow, it turns out. These are what I'm looking up in these pauses. For Rosemary, does an 8 hit?
Nope.
He took his damage. And he moves 30 closer. Dwarf number 16 is next. He has a battle axe, so he will just advance 30 feet. He takes his initial 5 damage next to the sphere. Dwarf number 13 also has a battle axe. He takes his 5 damage and advances 30. Which leaves Dwarf 14. He will again fire a crossbow at Torvin. Does a 5 hit.
As you know, I have put the shield of faith on me, so that completely whiffs.
Completely whiffs.
Just barely, I guess.
All right. That brings us to Rosemary, who is up next.
So, are there any in like a cluster right now of these baddies?
Yeah, they're 30 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm gonna get closer. I'm gonna get about 20 feet closer or so. And I'm going to yeah, I'm going to start going do 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 do, and I'm gonna say thunder, and I'm gonna cast thunder wave upon
When the first guy who gets in within 20 feet.
So it's 15-foot cube originating from me. So whoever's in that must make a con save.
Okay.
So I'd like to try to get as many of them as I can within that cube.
Okay, they're all 30 feet away from you.
But I moved up
due to
20.
the
I moved up
mechanics.
like
You
I
moved up
like
20.
20. Yeah. To if I can go up to
okay.
25 feet. So
Therefore, they would be in. I will say they were all in your range. And what
all right.
does?
So let's con save that bad boy, and I will tell you what happens, because it will be there is damage to be taken and pushing to happen if they fail, and they get damage either way, but it's full or half.
Okay, what's the DC again?
I just rolled max damage. That's awesome. It is 14 is the DC to beat.
Okay, they all fail except guard 17.
Okay. So then anybody that failed takes 16 thunder damage and is pushed away 10 feet. The one that passed takes 8 thunder damage.
That's too bad. Okay. So they all die.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
I was hoping they'd get like close enough to do stuff.
Torvin, what'd you think of that one? That was pretty cool.
All right, lad. That was a well-placed blast of thunder.
If you
Good
will
job.
allow, though, you're celebrating over the fact that like confetti, these like bones just scatter and blow back 30 feet. And
They're skipping
except for the
across the
one
marble
who
tiles.
saved, who just except for the one who saves, who just crumples where he stands.
Nice.
Hell of a blast.
All right. So
Thank you.
that takes care of splitting the party. You guys are in this big empty, basically empty bunk room, which was at the northeast of the temple, of the entrance area. Let's go over this once again, since you do have technically I wonder if I can. No, I can't. Let me see if I can put it in Discord. And then you'll have, since it is a public map.
While we're standing like at that last pillar and they spilled out, and you're pulling that up, Strick kind of looks at the pillar to investigate, to see if he can maybe see the hatch that they spilled out of and just learn a little bit more about how to detect these pillars that we seem to be stumbling into.
Sure. You do
Might be
your perception check with advantage.
I don't think I need it. First roll is 19.
You do notice that they came out of the cracks are very thin in the stone, but you can tell they're there because you're a rock wizard.
Yeah. Okay, you see these grooves up here? That's what we need to avoid. They're an inch wide and it looks like a trap door. I don't know why we haven't seen them this far.
They're a little thinner than that, but now that you saw them, it looks obvious.
Well, yeah, a mole's inch, I should have said. Sorry.
Okay. The gnomes use their own system of measurement.
Yeah. And he obviously then looks around and is like looking for other, unless there are no other pillars in this room, but keeping his eye out for those as they.
Just for those two, you know that in the entrance area as a whole, there are a bunch of them.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if
we should watch out for all these things then.
okay, it should be in Discord and in the pictures sub chat.
Pictures.
So you're in the northeast. You can move to the chapel area, or
I don't see it.
which you've already been.
Yeah, that's where we were at last week.
That's where you still are. That's the entire map of the first floor. And you don't see it under pictures.
Mm-mm.
I just see a stud in front of a mountain and his beautiful wife.
How about now?
Well,
Yeah.
I've heard the
Yes.
click.
Yes. Fantastic.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
All right.
We were just at 11, correct? And we have explored
Right.
12. And
you walked through 1 and went right by 6 to area 3, and then went north to 12, the chapel, where you picked up the holy book. And then as we wanted to pause for the evening, you went to 11, the bunk area.
That's right. Let's hit up the 4s, right? Let's go there.
All right. To get to the 4s, you actually have to go back to 3, which was the gift exchange. Set of arched windows, a long desk separating the temple employees from the hoi polloi, who came in to sign the guest book and present their offerings. Let me...
I think that case of beer is still over there.
Right. You see, what case of beer? Is that what you left last time?
No, Jonathan's character. I couldn't remember. I kind of butted in with some role playing on him and said his name was on the list. He had to make it up.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would have been presented and tucked away for safekeeping. Again, these arched windows are obviously where like bank tellers with their ledgers that you had examined. Littered along the desk here are small animal skeletons. And a few pamphlets, which you already have. Yep, that's it for now.
And we haven't been in here yet, correct?
No, you're again standing in front of the windows.
Oh, yes. Well, it looks kind of ominous. Does anybody know what kind of skeletons those are? They look rather big to be, say,
Birds, rats, bats, lizards. These are the small animals.
Something's
kind of laying there.
Something in there is hungry.
All right, well, let's go in and check it out. See if you can beat him my battle axe.
You first, my friend.
And I head in, or at least look for a door to get through.
You do not see a door.
Is this how is the light in this? How is the light in this space? This
area? It's what is the color of that that pillar right above 3? What is the color of that?
So it's
orange.
Yeah, it's like orangish.
Okay. That's what you see. It's a dim orange light. It's like it's the similar effect as eternal flame.
Well, I mean, if we can't find a way in, let's just keep moving.
You could crawl over the desk.
Yeah, but there's bones there. It's gross.
That's right.
Like, ew. No, let's head over to the number. Ew, let's go to number 7.
All right. Number 7, from the map, is a public dining area. 6 long stone tables were once host to the masses. Mugs, platters, silverware everywhere. It's just kind of was in use. Now it's not. No one was left to clean up. One particularly resilient loaf of bread remains preserved. A testament to the quality of food served here.
I know a certain halfling back home would love to eat, who would be munching on this thing right now.
It would probably sit in your gut like a rock.
It does look remarkably preserved. I wonder why the rats haven't had at it.
That's because they're all dead on the windowsill.
That's true. That's fair.
What if it's a mimic bread?
I'd take my battle axe and chop it in half.
It's already sliced, so now it's all the slices are cut in twain, sundered, if you will.
And thus Torvin invented crostini.
Yeah. A mighty kill, Torvin. A mighty kill.
Well, you say mimic, you can never be sure.
Okay, Torvin, roll a 1d6.
Torvin rolls a 3.
That's good. Then I guess you hear the clang just echo and nobody spills out.
That's good.
This place is giving me the creeps. We need to...
Okay, that came from that hatch over there. See, I can see the cracks, I'm assuming. Maybe we heard where that was from and we could try to...
Oh, that was your battle axe clanging.
Oh, I thought one of the pillars was opening.
Nope.
Sorry.
All right, let's we'll keep moving, I suppose. I see a door, or maybe like a section 8. See what's over
Section
there.
8 is the serving kitchen.
Yeah, let's head into
Let
the
me
kitchen.
see who's in here. Yes,
I wonder
cabinets and go ahead.
the recipe to that remarkable bread's got to be abound in these cabinets somewhere.
Sure enough, maybe there's some still in the oven.
It's probably a long fermentation type of bread. Very, very long.
Well, if you survive, I'll let you search.
Bread monsters.
Cabinets and work tables fill this room in neat rows, one long. Anybody watch the Menu?
Yes, the movie.
That's how I
yeah.
imagine these skeleton chefs when you eventually meet them. Just
Oh man.
cultists. Okay. One long table has a metal lid hovering a couple of feet above it, like a what do you call those warming trays?
Schaefer's.
Yeah. So that's what's on the table. It's got a lid over it, hovering over it, and lined with runes. There are sliders about around the edges of this chamfer, like a sound engineer's control board. Just a few, just 6. But that's what they are. What else does it say? You can read it. It's in Dwarvish.
What does it say?
The lowest setting is off, then keep warm, and the top is pizza with all kinds of degrees between. It's a slider control. Dozens of dishes, pots, and pans can be found in the cupboards while you're searching. Drawers beneath the counters house a wicked array of knives and other cooking utensils. What do you... Oh, yeah. You're searching for the recipe. Go ahead and roll a D20.
This is clear proof of their mimic bread laboratory. You were right to act so quickly, Torvin.
Well, you don't find it, but you do find a recipe for a Twinkie.
Well, it must be the same thing, right?
It must be.
Same base.
Yes. This should last forever, just like the bread.
So you said there's like a lid with some runes on it or something?
Yes.
I want to see what's under the lid.
Go ahead, and you find
Something gross. Something gross.
something gross.
Root stew. Root stew. Root stew.
Oh, there it is. There is whatever the stew or gratin or whatever was in there.
Ooh.
It's just a thick layer of grease, which is pulsing.
Pulsing. I go, oh, and I put the lid back on, like slam the lid back down. I'm like, no,
Are you holding it down?
Nothing to see here. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we'll do an opposed strength.
Oh, shit.
What?
No.
Cool. All right. Oh, okay. But with my -1, I got an 18.
That's
18.
enough. You feel something desperately trying to get out.
Put it on the ground, Strick. I got an idea. Or I'm sorry, Strick. I called you my character name. Put it on the ground, Rosemary. I got an idea.
Put what on the ground?
The pot.
It's a
Turn up the heat. Burn it out.
It was like was it a pot or a cauldron, right?
It's a Schaefer dish, whatever. Those big, long, rectangular.
And I'm like I've got my hand on the lid and I'm like kind of holding it down. Like,
it is kind of warm. That lid is
shaking.
kind of warm.
And
Okay.
I
The
was
sliders are like anywhere between like 1 and 6 out of 10.
Strick, it's getting hot.
So he clicks his fingers and you see a spike of earth as he puts the cantrip mold earth down where I can form earth out of the ground and then hopefully help
Hang on.
wrap the pot lid closed.
Yeah, because I'm letting go of the lid if it's hot. I'm not about to burn myself.
Anything, let's see what it says about using mold, stone to mud or mold earth or any of that. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I mean, you can get away with your flavoring for your other effects, but the stone, you may have
'cause we're on
noticed, always
stone.
returns. It
Yeah,
always returns to its pristine state when your effect is done.
Damn this marble castle.
Do a history check.
Oh, hey, but I'm a mountain
You're a
dwarf.
rock dwarf.
Yeah. Oh boy, it was even worse. All right, it's like a 10.
Okay. You don't know. There's like residual magic that is resisting any like attempts to destroy the area.
Yeah. Rosemary, that didn't work. I don't know. You may want to back up.
Yeah, I'm already 15 feet away.
Okay. Well, when you let go, the top pops off and you see pseudopods sticking out, which
Cool.
explain like I'm 5 are like like a slug. Not a slug, an amoeba. When an amoeba like changes shape,
Yep.
they anywho, that happens. We are again in initiative.
Now is the lid
Do you want to keep
is the lid all the way off, like flew off, or is it like still on it, like sort of haphazardly resting on it?
It's, let's say it's half on, half off.
Okay,
If you had a plan.
cool. I might.
Okay.
Just
This
might.
thing like oozes over the side and comes out and will engage you. Do you want to keep the same initiatives? 19, 19, and 6.
Fine by me.
All right, let's find out what this particular oozy thing has.
Seems kind of slow,
It
but also
does.
kind of very flammable.
Wouldn't that be interesting? No, I don't see anything that says it is vulnerable to that, but we'll see what happens. It has a 19 initiative. I will have it go, once again, 3rd. So Torvin is Strick.
Oh, why don't you go first, Strick?
Well,
No.
it hasn't advanced at all. It hasn't advanced at all yet, right? Like we don't know.
It's spilled out. It's no longer contained.
So okay, because I thought, if it goes slow enough, we just maybe take it to the next
Speed.
group and try to
Yeah, you could outrun
try
it.
to light it on fire and see what happens. But we'd have to
Direct to the
outrun it.
next crew.
Yeah. We seem to be running into nothing but trouble down here, so I'm sure around the next corner is more trouble. Let's combine the troubles and maybe they'll solve themselves.
Two wrongs make a right, huh?
Don't know that I don't know
Intelligence.
that I agree with this logic, Strick, that you're putting on display here.
I just don't want to touch it. I look at it. It's greasy. It's nasty. But if you want to attack it, I can light it on fire. But that may not be the best idea, because then it would be on fire and after us.
Fair enough.
I can't argue with that reasoning.
He says that real nervously as the thing, I guess, is getting ready to approach.
Yeah, if you do notice that it's kind of creeps along. It's never going to catch up with you if you run. Let's see what the it doesn't say how many squares it would cover. So I'm just assuming it's just covers a single square after it oozed out of its container.
See, it's not going that fast, but I guess I don't know where we're going after this. That is, if you are willing to go with a harebrained idea of a nervous guy who just doesn't want to touch an oozing thing.
Well, I mean, we can leave it here. That's fine. Move on. Keep moving. Next time, watch out for any bubbling pots, Rosemary.
I see communicating
Good point.
doors to the east, west, and south. So I don't think you could probably all leave together. I'm not going to make you all take a different door because this thing's in the middle.
Still inching after us.
We'll just back away slowly. Maybe put like
It's got a speed of 10 feet. Now, if it takes no actions, it could dash for 20.
Was that were we in 3 or one of the
You're in
floors?
8.
yeah, we'd moved on to 8.
Oh, 8. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
So presumably the gifts that were donated at 3 may or may not be in storage rooms 4A or 4B.
I mean, that's where what's his name's beer is.
That
Yeah.
can't possibly have lasted as long as the bread.
No,
Hmm, hmm.
it's probably the first thing used in this dwarven hall. All right, let's we'll leave this bubbling whatever behind. Move on to the I guess number 9. We'll go in that numeric order here.
Okay, well, you didn't notice when you walked in, but there is only one door. The slime is continuing to, just like the 1950s movie The Blob, it's inexorable. So you can run, but eventually you might get trapped somewhere.
Well,
These
we'll
are
cover that
private
bridge when we
dining
get to
rooms.
Burn that
they're
slime
lined
when we
with-
come to it. Eh?
right.
Right,
Yeah.
red and blue velvet on the walls and ceiling. That does not sound. I'm not a fashion guy. I don't know. But red and blue velvet.
I'm sure
That's an awful combination.
It's quite bold in here.
It's dwarven, whatever it is. So, patterned carpet stretches from wall to wall. Fabrics are nice. Passive perceptions are what?
13.
12.
You,
No, 10. Lower, but yes.
if you've ever been in a sound booth, then you notice that there are no echoes. And when I passed by a sound absorbing wall, is that ear actually hurts because there's no pressure on it, and it's weird. It was weird. So anyway, you notice that these fabrics are sound deadening. No one can hear you scream outside the room.
Ooh. Okay.
There's like no echo, no, like your voice just sounds strange because there's no
Right.
there's no like resonance of noise. It just kind of
These-
stops before it
These
moves
rooms
around.
both look like 10 by 20. So you notice if you're more than a few feet away, it's hard to hear each other. Which is good, I guess, if it's a private dining room to cover the noise of chewing. I don't know how many people that bothers you or not.
Start slurping soup.
Yeah.
There are chairs are tattered and moth-eaten. There are several crystal goblets filled with a red liquid.
It looks less oozy, but still somehow ominous.
Heavily tarnished silver platters bear animal carcasses, which is, they are no longer foodstuffs. So, got a table with platters full of skeletons and goblets with red wine, you presume.
I guess I would push aside some of the this velvet drapery that's covering the walls and see if there's anything behind it.
Nice.
Just stone, marble like everything else.
And which number are we in again on the map? Which number room area?
Either 9 or the one right next to it, which is also a 9.
Okay.
Number 9.
Okay.
There
Strick's
is only
going
one door out, and a quick look at the slime, it moved 20 feet.
Let's
So
just
it's
close
near
this
that.
door right here. I don't. It might be able to squeeze through, but just maybe slow it down.
Maybe we bring it in here, and then we take one of these velvet curtains and we like shove it into the crack of the door, so it can't squeeze through. It'll just get soaked up into the
Yeah.
up into the thing before it goes anywhere.
There is a lot of fabric around here that might just work, Dwarven.
Always thinking. Always thinking.
What could possibly go wrong? Let's
Are you in the 9 or the one that doesn't say 9?
I think I would be in the 9.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, then you have some time yet for the slime to ooze out of 8 and get to you. You take down some of the wall hangings, the tapestries or whatever. It doesn't say that the material on the wall just says it's lined. It doesn't say it's like attached, like glued on, stapled. So you can, you can get these red and blue velvet wall hangings.
It's tacky anyways, right?
Yeah.
There's which are sound absorbing. Sound absorbing wall hangings, which of course, don't fit you like a toga, more like you're a little kid and you're all under a bed sheet and pillow
ceremonial robe.
It is. It is much larger than any one dwarf, since this is a 10 by 20 room.
Make
you could probably cut
a heck of a tent.
Absolutely.
Are you just going to use the whole thing? as is to stuff under the door? Are you all hiding in room 9 as it approaches? How is this plan going to work?
Like, will it work? I guess is the question.
Yeah, we're just kicking fabric underneath a door hinge.
Yeah,
I know. With you guys inside or outside?
I mean, the plan, the hope was to like bring it in and then we like get out and then shut the door.
Okay.
That was my plan, right?
What is
Still thinking
what is the
Maltar.
what is the square foot spread of this thing again?
I think each of these squares are 10, so this is a 10 by 20 room.
Okay, but then how big is the slime? How much space is that taking up?
I said that was an entire 10. It takes up one square.
I'm not sure if this is
when
possible.
It's not confined.
this may, Torvin, I appreciate the creativity. May not be the best approach.
Yeah, I pull the thing down and I'm like looking at the small. All right, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Well, the best we just throw them on him, I guess. That'll work. Let's go. It's gaining on us.
Yeah, run away.
We'll just put a bunch of stuff in front of it and slow it down even further.
Yeah.
Strick knocks over a chair. That'll slow him down.
He puts some bumpy terrain in front of it.
There you go. It's rough terrain. It's got to slow down. Yeah, it's all good.
Does anyone have a entangle or whatever that spell is?
I believe Sean's character had entangle. Maybe
I have some stuff that'll do that too, but pretty low on spell slots unless we know exactly where it's going to go.
Now let's
go ahead.
Let's just keep moving. Yeah.
Let's just
it's
run away.
Going to follow you
like
it's going to follow you like an ant, just smelling your footsteps and just oozing along.
At least you can hear it.
As long as you it's going to be some crazy bookkeeping, figuring out where it is at 10 feet, opposed to your 30 feet of movement, or is it 25?
Well, we're doing things as we go, so I imagine we can't be that far ahead of it.
Right.
All right. So rooms with the platters on the tables and the goblets, and are you going to roll up the tapestry that you pulled off the wall and keep it, or are you just going to...
No, I toss it to the side like,
it is a one shot. You're probably not going to make any like stealthy cloaks out of it or anything.
No, it's I don't want to carry this thing around.
Yeah, it's too much. Okay. That was private dining areas. You're back in the main room. You do notice that there is a dwarf pillar there. So if you wanted to try your plan about using the slime to your advantage, you can maybe figure out if you can open it.
You guys want to see more of those dwarfs? Because that one's full of it.
How do we get the slime like onto the thing? Do we how do we do that? Like
well,
one of us go around the other side, one of us go around the other side,
I'm still carrying my drape. Wait, you guys dropped yours? And he's just holding his whole arms. It's full of this bundle.
Yeah. No, I put mine down. I didn't. Yeah.
Every character you have to carry some shit like some wacky.
You know
stuff.
me. I love the environment.
Yeah, I think. Let me think here. Let me see. I feel like.
If you take the time to fold it up very neatly and roll it up, you might be able to tie it on top of your backpack like a giant sleeping bag,
like a bedroll. Yeah.
I wish this ooze wasn't right behind us. I'd love to take this with me.
We don't have the time to fold it. That thing will be right on top of us.
Okay.
I'll just you know what? I'll just throw it over near the pillar because then maybe they won't hear us because the sound will muffle.
Huh.
So he throws this silent wad of fabric over against the edge of the pillar, and if it dampens sound, hopefully that'll aid us in at least not opening it unintentionally.
Well, there you
All
go.
right.
Yeah.
I want to try something to see if this is going to work.
Do it.
Well, slime is 10 feet closer, so
That's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna cast. So I want to cast Mage Hand. And when Mage Hand, when to be clear, when Rosemary's Mage Hand is in an idle state, it's doing devil horns. So it's like this, right? But then when it's not idle, it like actually opens up as a full hand. Because like, Rosemary's a beat poet, but he's pretty intense. So I'm going to use this Mage Hand, and I'm going to try to grab, because I know I can't lift more than 10 pounds, right? So I'm going to try to grab a piece of this slime and carry it, like try to separate it from part of the slime, if that makes sense.
You're going to go near the slime to try to scoop
No,
some?
the mage hand.
Yeah, the Mage Hand is going to scoop up
But isn't Mage Hand like 10 feet?
a chunk of the slime, and so it's, the hand vanishes if it's ever more than 30 feet away from
30.
you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I thought for some reason it was like super close.
So it's gonna grab a chunk of it, and then it's gonna fly over to the pillar, and it's gonna smack it up against the side of the pillar.
The slime just gets thinner and thinner and thread thin.
So does it
It's
like
spilling it all
over
over
the
floor.
or what?
It is like you're actually drawing the whole slime as it's like amoebas move. They stick out a pseudopod and then they move into it. So it is, however, it can move to the pillar in one round now that you dragged it there.
It looks like a stretchy hand. Look at that.
I
It's stretched out real far. That make it for a cool toy.
I want to put it where I think these dwarves would come out of, right?
Perception check of 10. You know what to look for. Otherwise, it would have been a secret door, but you know what they look like. So.
Oh, I got a 10. So.
Oh,
Yay.
good. So you can see one you think is a door, and you put the slime on it, and it kind of oozes down the smooth marble.
Yeah, and then I feel like last time whenever we made like a bunch of noise, right? Didn't that activate these things to come out after us?
It did.
I recall, yeah. So so that's a cantrip. So I do that, and then I just kind of say like, I talk really loud to you guys, like, we gotta make some noise and get these things to come out so they can walk right into the slime.
The thaumaturgy, make a booming voice.
I don't have that.
Or whatever it is.
I don't know. That seemed to work pretty well last time.
Yeah, go ahead. Make all the noise you want. That's not hard to do.
Strick walks up to the door and says, well, I guess we could try this. And he leans out and also casts Thunderwave, but he is going to upcast it to second level.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And
okay.
On the door.
The door with the slime on it.
Yeah, like get ready to light this on fire. And so he's going to so I guess the door, which has disadvantage because it's made of inorganic material.
It's a door.
Well, I'm assuming it's stone, right? Stone or something comparable.
Yes. But you noticed that your previous spells did no damage to stone.
What about Thunderwave? It's just a crack, but nothing, huh? I mean, he does it either way, maybe not realizing that it ain't gonna work.
Somebody else want to do a history check?
Well, I can
It doesn't
try.
matter. It's just that the thunder wave does not harm the stone, but we can just take it and figure out how it harms the slime.
Oh, that didn't make a dent. Strick is gonna just absolutely book it after that, knowing they're coming right out.
Well, I think you get a since you went to the right up to the door, I think you get a pseudopod attack on you.
Uh-oh. I royally messed that up.
Hey, get it together, Strick. We're
Okay.
screwed.
You did Thunder Wave, you said, which does how much damage?
I upcasted it, so it would have been 3d8 on a failed Constitution save. So
can you roll that, please?
yep. 14 points of Thunderwave's force, right? Force damage.
Okay. With pseudopod slaps at you. Does 10 hit?
It does not.
Okay, well. Pseudopod flails and misses. You certainly woke up the dwarves.
Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. And he's Strick's running back.
Now I got to figure out where they fit into the initiative.
Well, first of all, they're going to run right into this slime, right as that door opens.
That's the whole point of this thing.
Some of them will. You noticed, you saw one, and you put the slime
I did
on
this
one.
shit in the first place.
But if you're looking
Right?
at the map, there are actually 3 secret doors on this particular pillar. So I'm going to, the monsters know, I think it's the book.
The monsters
know what they're doing.
Monsters know what they're doing.
So I'm going to try to at least not make them as stupid as they were 2 weeks ago.
Boo.
Oh, great. Oh, now all of a sudden they have pack tactics and stuff.
Oh, they don't have pack tactics.
Okay, good.
They still have the resistance to turning.
Yeah, and they're just invisible.
Okay. Who all is near the... That was your surprise round. So we're now in initiative, which means Torvin and Strick are probably up first. Again, I have to roll initiative, damn it. This is still the spreadsheet part of the deal, not the paper. Okay. Dwarf 19 has a 12. '20 has a 13. 21 has an 8. '22 has an 8. 23 has a 20. And 24 has an 11. I'll just split them up by 2s as to which door they come out of. I assume that the slime is on the northeast corner of the pillar, direction of the pillar, cardinal, whatever. And I assume that you are also there, Strick. But they are lower in the initiative than you.
Yeah, he's would definitely be the closest with his tail between his legs.
First guy up, 23, comes out of northwest door. He's going to move around to come at you from that side. He's got 30 feet of movement. So he can get there near the slime, and he can attack you, Torvin,
Oh boy.
with a multi-attack hand axe. Oh, right. What initiative was the slime in? I don't remember. I better add him to this thing right now. Slime is initiative 17.
Get on it, slime.
Okay, so once again, this time it's Dwarf 23, then Torvin and Strick, then everybody else, and then Rosemary. You've got the cleric's position in the initiative.
Heck yeah, man.
Feels like maybe we should re-roll.
I'm good.
No, that's fine because the dwarf misses you twice. Strick. So it's your turn, or I guess Torvin, and then your turn. I assume nobody is near the pillar except you.
And do we know how
slime
many of? Oh, I'm sorry. Do we know how many spilled out? Like, are they coming out in volume like in the last one, or we only see
So
the first
many.
couple?
They came out in volume because that's how you encountered them as a bunch. There are 3 doors here. You're already in initiative,
Okay.
so they will come out on their turn, each from his own door.
Should have waited until the door was open. That was stupid.
Does a 7 or a 10 hit you? Again, I don't think they do.
No.
So Chris is up with Torvin.
All right,
Unless you guys want to switch.
No, I'll take my turn. I will blast one of these dead dwarves with a guiding bolt.
All right. 20 is right there by standing near the muck and Strick.
All right, I will shoot 20 then for
23. It was 23.
Whatever.
Okay.
For a 24 to hit him.
Yes, I believe that does hit.
I figured it might. I don't even need that Bardic Inspiration.
Keep it tucked away.
So that's going to be 10, 16, 17 points of damage. And because it's been guiding bolted, I think people get advantage to hit that same dwarf. I believe is how guiding bolt works.
That's fine. He falls into the goo, and
who needs advantage?
Who needs advantage when you roll well? Okay. 23 is out of the picture. Strick, what was your plan?
Well, let's this worked once before, and he's going to cast Earth Tremor at the front of the pillar without the pseudopod, or the side of the pillar. I'm assuming these are like different sides of the pillar.
Yeah.
For the different doors, yeah.
On the map, the one that the slime is on and where you're standing is to the northeast, which, if this were a regular map and not a Dwarven map, would be northwest.
Okay. If I'm within 30 feet of the other pillar, he'll cast on that one. Right, because there's two that opened up, or 3 that opened up.
There's 3 doors on this pillar. You can only see the one you're standing next to.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then he'll cast right there then. Sorry. Earth Tremor. And so kind of like before where we were saying that the marble tiles start clapping around and smacking around and hopefully slow them down coming out. If not, a little bit inside.
Do they need to make any kind of a save? Is there any damage that happens
On
to them?
their turn, a dex save versus, and then they can get 2d. I'll look it up. 6 or 8 damage when they start their turn.
And your save DC is 14?
Yep.
Okay. Dwarf number next up in the rotation is the slime who has did you move?
He would have been backpedaling. I know he vocalized the fact that he was tail between his legs, but yeah, he'd get as far away as he
All
could
right,
to be but still be effective with his spell.
Opportunity attack instead of his regular attack will be these monsters are on a different page. Pseudopod does +5 to hit. So does a 14 hit you?
It does not. He's got his mage armor on.
Okay.
That thing's
Good.
got a hell of a reach.
That would have been his reaction. So he is going to, as you surmised, attack one of the dwarves that just opened the door. And that is even worse. That's an 11. He misses. Does he have only that one attack? It looks like he has only one attack. Oh, I know what I should have done. When you moved within 5 feet of him, you should have rolled a DC a dexterity check. But we'll keep that in mind we'll keep that in mind in future.
Okay, good, because I just rolled and it was very low.
Okay, this has been round 1. There's a countdown.
I did mess that spell up. I confused it with erupting earth. It's not on their turn. It's not a concentration like the other one was. So it's just like a one quick one. So if any of them were caught in it, I think there's maybe one on the outside. It would have just made it.
Oh, so it's not on their turn. It's just now.
Yeah, I messed it up with the other one. I got all these earth spells and they sound so familiar or similar.
Okay, what was the save DC and what damage would they have taken?
14, and if they failed, it's only 3. I really overestimated this spell.
They actually both passed, it turns out.
Yeah, okay.
If you were saying that's round 1, I did not go yet. Just saying.
Okay, I'm just counting it down the timer.
Got it.
This is round 1. There's a timer.
Got it.
They both took 3. Who's next? That was Mr. Slime, I guess, was attacking one of those guys. I had to look at he missed. I think we already did that. So the 2 guys you just thunder waved are right in the middle of the goo. They are going to do their dex checks.
See, I'm not always got stupid ideas. It's doing something. It's just not doing it right.
One got a 16, the other failed, and Okay, one stays on his feet, the other is prone. The guy who stays on his feet is Dwarven Guard 19, who has a battle axe. He will move to engage you. The slime already used reaction. He is charging at Torvin, who was not Torvin, at Strick, who was backpedaling. What is your speed?
I'll say 25 because I did not write down my speed. Sorry.
Okay, then he does reach you, and he takes a swing with his battle axe. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Oh, great.
Well, that's a big axe.
It is okay. Let's see who's left. 24 has not gone. He comes around to where the slime is. He will not make his dex save, and he will fall prone. Number next are dwarves 21 and 22. They come from the southwest, and they are not going to have to encounter the slime. 21 moves around so he's on the same side of the pillar as you are. He will use a crossbow to shoot. Torvin does a 8 hit. No. You are at 22, I believe. That lasts for 10 minutes. We'll say that's still in that. When did you cast it? You cast it in the bunkhouse, right?
In the bunkhouse, yeah.
Oh, that's probably wore off.
I had assumed it was gone, but well, you said 8, and 8 doesn't hit me.
I thought you might have cast it in room 8, but if you cast it in the bunk area, then it is definitely off. 8 does not hit you. Dwarven Guard number 22 has also a battle axe, just charges forward 30 feet around he is halfway between the pillar and 9. I'm sure that's where you're all clustered, or did you spread out?
I've never been too far away.
Yeah, we didn't.
Then you're definitely in range, and he will try to take a swing at you with a battle axe. Does a 21 hit?
Oh no! I gotta
tell you,
rethink this.
I think all murder hobos should rethink their life choices. Okay, he does 6 slashing damage to you, Strick.
Hey.
I think that's the end of the dwarves. Yes, that's the end of their turn, which gives us Rosemary.
All right. So, how many can I get in a 10-foot radius sphere?
You can, they have all evacuated their respective doors.
Okay.
The northeast corner where the slime is where 3 are bunched up there. 2 are amongst you.
Okay. 3 are bunched up there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to focus this on the 3 then, and maybe if I'm lucky, I'll catch the slime too, just as a bonus. I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just like I'm taking out my hand drum, and I'm just gonna frantically start like with the side of my hands, like just kind of like with the side of my hand, just like thwacking that drum like really hard, and 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 then I just point in like the centralized area of that cluster, and cast shatter, which creates a loud ringing noise, painfully intense, within that 10-foot sphere, and they all must make con saves, please.
All right, con saves.
And if it's
What's
if it's a
DC?
creature, and if it's a creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal, it has disadvantage. Save is 14.
All right. Okay. None of them pass.
13 thunder damage.
You have killed those 3.
Damn,
Remember-
Rosemary. Everything you're doing is working. I don't know. It makes me rethink me throwing around these little pebbles.
Happy to give you a few lessons there, Strick. Happy to help you out.
How much? Again, how much damage was that? How much does the slime have left?
So it's 13 damage was what it did.
All right, and Strick did 14 earlier against the slime.
That was the yes, correct.
Okay. You see the slime is sundered into 3 smaller slimes.
Oh, crap.
So you got 2 dwarves. Now I guess I gotta roll initiative for the slimettes.
More slime.
We love slime. And they are on a different page of my monster spreadsheet. Okay. They will all take place before the dwarves, the remaining dwarves, but and before Rosemary, but after Torvin and Strick.
Everybody's before me.
Well, next time we can like roll new initiatives.
Oh, it's all. It's been working out well for me so far.
Okay. Bat and cleanup back there.
Chris, Torvin, you are confronted with 2 dwarves, one with a pair of hammers and one with a battle axe.
Well,
there are also 3 slimes. And
I will
go.
I will go battle axe to battle axe, and I will attack the one in front of me with that. Well, let's. Is that bardic inspiration still in existence? I'm gonna try it.
Yes.
How long does it last?
Yes, it is. Hold
All
on.
day?
All day. No.
All day. Yeah.
Please hold. I think it's a while though. Hold on. Scroll. 10 minutes.
Oh, that was shortly after I did. Yeah, that's long gone then.
Okay, you want another one?
Yeah.
Say.
Do you need to wait for your turn, or do you have to? Can you do it as a reaction?
It's a bonus action.
Yeah. So I'm assuming is a miss because I roll a 10 to hit with the battle axe.
Wow.
That's a miss.
Well, it's gonna be a 17 with the bardic inspiration.
Damn it.
All right.
Dang it.
It's Strick's turn.
So Strick says, okay. I gotta land this. And he'll throw magic missile So 3 little chunks of dirt and debris that you see come around form into spikes. First one was 4. Second one was a 4. Third one was a 4. So he goes, all right, I'll just stick to this small stuff.
Nice.
That seems to be working for me.
What were they targeted at?
There was one with a great axe on me. Right?
Right.
Right.
And
So that
Dwarven
guy.
just whacked him, or tried to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I
So
believe
all
I'm
three
still,
hit that guy.
yeah, and I assume I'm still engaged with him because I haven't moved. So
That brings him low. He is down. So there's 1 dwarf and 3 slimelets that are moving on their turn will be moving in your direction.
well, if the one that he was engaged with goes down, he goes, okay, and backpedals. It's fat.
Okay.
15, 20 feet.
All right. That brings us to remaining dwarf. I think you get a disadvantage if you're right next to somebody and you try to shoot someone else. So he will use light hammers on Torvin. Does a 13 or a 10 hit? No, I guess not. He misses.
Those are big misses.
Those are big misses. Which brings us to the Slimettes. They have a movement of 30 feet. They can catch any one of you guys. All right, 1 on each.
Cool.
Should have taken care of that slime earlier.
First one on Torvin does the pseudopod attack. He's just kind of like when the slime like died, it like shuddered and like exploded, and like 3 globs came out. Somehow directed at each of you. That explains how they jumped 30 feet. And pseudopod does a 16 hit you, Torvin?
It does not.
Great. Does a 13 hit you, Strick?
Does not.
Does a 22 hit you, Rosemary?
I think you know that answer
Bill's like, what
already.
the?
What the hell, man? Come on. That's fine.
That's 4 bludgeoning damage.
I mean, I've been doling out some serious damages, so it's only fair. You said 4?
Yeah, just 4.
Okay, got it.
It's a little blob.
Yeah.
It's you're gonna have to launder your jacket now, your coat.
Just stings a little bit. That's fine.
You got a big grease spot there. People are gonna know that you've been going to the cheap restaurants. Okay, so it's your turn.
Oh, my turn already?
I think so. There's only
Holy
1
cow.
dwarf left and 3 blobs.
Sweet. Okay. So are the 3 blobs are on each one of us, right? So they're in different spots.
Yeah, they're all one's on each of you.
There is 1 dwarf. I'm going to okay. I'm gonna glare at that dwarf, and I'm just gonna start muttering like some rather unsavory comments about said dwarf. Let's say, because are these like they're kind of undead, yeah or no? Like, what
yes,
are these
they
things?
are undead.
Okay. I say, I've never I've never seen a nastier undead dwarf. You're the shortest of them all. You're gross. You're decrepit, and I'm basically doing vicious mockery upon it. And it just needs to hear me, not understand me, and then it needs to make a wisdom save against a DC of 14.
It fails.
Okay, cool. That's great. It's going to take a whopping grand total of 6 psychic damage, and it's going to have disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Everything it said was true, but somehow it still stings.
It was
And that
kind
is-
of mean, Rosemary.
I'm sorry. What damage was that again?
Whose side are you on? 6.
6 damage.
6, yeah.
Okay. And he has disadvantage on his next attack if it's not on you or at all.
At all, period.
Okay.
Period.
Top of the order, Dwarven.
All right. I will attempt to battle axe again.
Oh, is it? Would you be cool and let me go backwards and do and do a bonus action to give him bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Give me my inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I got an 18. I think that's going to be fine without the inspiration.
Yeah, but I'll still give it to you anyway. We got 10 minutes.
You hitting the dwarf or the blob?
The dwarf with the axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That definitely hits. So
that's gonna be for 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay, you also kill him.
Yes. Again, more dead.
He is dead again. Strick, you have a blob on you.
So probably not the right time to light them on fire. Okay. He is going to... Boy, he's out at a lot of stuff here. So he's going to unfortunately have to upcast another magic missile. Like, well, that worked last time. Maybe this will get me out of it. So he's going to roll 4d4. Do I have to determine where they go prior to the damage they do, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he's going to do all 4. One more 4 in a row. All right, the streak has been broken, but that was pretty sweet. 5-4. So we got 4-3, 1. So 9 points of
force damage. It's force.
Yeah.
And the one on you just spatters all over your pants. Got grease spots everywhere. It is no longer animate.
Oh. Well, this one's a pile. He backs up even further.
All right, that was that dude. Slime on Dwarven. Pseudopod does a... No, I think we've already determined the 13 doesn't hit. Rosemary does a 12 hit.
Yeah.
You take another 5 damage.
Dang, bro.
Okay. And it is your turn.
All right. So what do we have left?
The slime on you and on Dwarven.
All right. I'm gonna touch the slime. and I'm going to inflict wounds upon it. So
Okay.
that's a melee spell attack. This is an action I only get to use once per long rest. Oh, bitch. Does an 8 hit?
Oh, I thought it was a. Okay, let's see. Armor class 8 does not hit.
God damn. That's my turn. Ugh.
All right, so top of the order, slime on Dwarven and Rosemary. Does Torvin cast any spells on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try with the I'm gonna try to call down the sacred flame on it. It's a dexterity against 13.
Dex for a Slimet is +2. He does not make it.
Nice.
Sacred flame, is that radiant damage?
Yes. Radiant damage. That is 7 points of radiant damage.
Your slime has just fizzled. It's now baked in. The grease stains are baked in after the radiant damage.
Ugh, sizzling and gross.
So, Torvin.
That was me. I just did that.
I'm sorry, Strick. Strick, there is one left on Rosemary.
Do the missile thing. Do the missile thing.
Okay. And
you upcast that already.
Yeah, I know. And he just lets loose the only thing that he's got left in his wrists. Yeah, and
magic missile. How many of them are there?
No, unfortunately, it's lava bolt.
Oh, how's that work?
So I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack here.
Yeah, you better not get a crit fail.
That's a 16. I hope that hits.
No.
Oh no. So his bolt goes astray.
The slime has a higher AC than a 16?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Damn.
Also, what was that? That would have been fire damage?
It would have been. Okay. I hope it was accurate enough to not miss wildly.
Okay. Then I guess slime on Rosemary is still a factor. Pseudopod does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does. Come on.
That is only 3 damage.
All right.
And it is your turn. Get it off me. Get it off me.
Yeah, I'm like this isn't fun anymore. And man, bards are fun, but they also suck because just the spell options are so really limited.
Well, they're supposed to be a support role, so it's like Velma never really got any good hits in.
Yeah,
she was supposed to. It's a different game. Never mind.
You're supposed to just keep giving me inspiration.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So I'm. Yeah, I think I'm going to
use your sharpest knife and scrape it off.
I think I will. I think I'll use my hand axe actually, just because it does more damage.
You remember back in the lumberjack camp when you gave the closest shaves?
Yeah, and
nice callback.
I got a 7.
7 to hit?
Yeah.
That's not
I can't
actually
get this.
going to hit.
I can't get
I
this
mean,
thing
it's
off of me.
that's right. It's so oily. Your axe just kind of slides across the surface.
I'm like, Torvald, kill it.
Uh, Torvin, there's something on Rosemary, and she doesn't like it.
For real, bro. All right.
Thank you very much.
Hey, okay, sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
All right, Rosie.
I made it confusing on purpose.
Yeah, I was like, you got me. That was news.
That's like in Dungeons and Daddies when they like gender swap the names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I guess I will hold it up to the flame. Sacred flame. Another DC 13 of dexterity save.
This thing's dex is +2, so
I feel like I shouldn't do that because I know it's a
DC
+2.
13 is actually a
That's a
6.
Relative. Oh, well, 6 is not going to do it.
So
So
how
that's going to be
much?
7 points of radiant damage.
Again, the stain bakes in, and you are out of combat.
There it is, my friend.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get a new tunic now.
Right at 10.
You two are looking a bit mucky. Also, a bit flammable. I'd be careful with those clothes.
All right, we never did see if this thing was flammable at all, did we?
We could try.
The
I may have another plan.
I don't know if you'll encounter this guy again, so fire would have been bad. Okay.
In hindsight, what if we would have lit it on fire and just ran away from it for forever, and then see if it would have
you'd get a
burned
lot
out?
more. You'd get a lot more slimettes spattering off of it,
Yeah.
which move.
No matter
at
what I
30
was thinking.
They move at 30 feet.
Yeah, I think the slimettes were the bigger problem in this equation here.
Yeah.
Burn
Yeah,
down.
you could avoid the slime. It's a
That
good
was
plan
awesome.
though to
That was-
take on the dwarves with that. That
That
was
was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to end it
Yeah.
on a cliffhanger. No, you don't. Because we still got to meet up with our other 3 players.
Just tell us when we're a couple months out.
Yeah. So for
about a
now,
month or 2. We were still on floor 1.
I know. Right?
So, so either you guys start getting killed, or this is gonna be a dungeon crawl.
Hey,
or get smarter.
I'm not going to be done. I'm not going to be done with my pair of classes until like second week of August. So I probably won't be ready anyway to kick back in until the end of August with what I got planned. So
Okay, there's a
Plenty
lot
of-
more material here. You're on
plenty of time.
floor 1.
It's nice to take a break, be a player, and have some do some weird shit. So
Right, and
Yeah,
on
and the dungeon crawl's fun. I kind of like the dungeon
absolutely.
crawl. We haven't done that in a hot minute.
And I think my technique had gotten better between then and now. It went a little more smoothly, and I'm not worried about dead air. So there's not a lot of ums and ahs. But
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. When I finally actually get the first of these 2 sessions so far actually posted, you'll see that I cut out some of that stuff too.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
it works. It's good for sure. I like it.
No, this has been enjoyable. So
Okay.
I do appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe full crew next week. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Maybe.
see.
It sounds
I
good.
got a plan to bring the new characters back in.
Nice.
So
They've all taken X amount of damage.
they have
Right.
taken.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just like roll while they're gone and just determine if they're dead.
Their clothes are even slimier when they see us.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, man. That was
All right.
fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Have a good
Thanks
evening.
for playing.
Yeah,
See y'all
we'll
later.
see you guys next time.
Yep. Bye.
Yep. Yep. Thanks.
Well, hope you enjoyed episode 2 of Dwarven Fiasco. No telling what's to come next, or how many of us are actually going to survive this one shot. So I guess time will tell. But as always, thanks for listening, and give or take a day, we'll see you next week. Hey there, listeners. Would you like to support the Wednesday Night Crew as we go on adventures in Eberron, as well as our other adventures in other systems like Basin, Alien the Role-Playing Game, Call of Cthulhu, and many others? Then be sure to visit patreon.com/Eberron Adventures. Heck, you could be as famous as our supporters Jonathan, Andrew, and Sean. You get your name up in lights. Well, maybe not lights, but how about the end credits? Soon enough, we will be adding more tiers to our Patreon with cool things like character names, character creation, homebrew items. The list will be endless. So please be sure to visit patreon.com/Eberron Adventures to donate and be a part of the family. And as always, see you next week.